Previously on Do Dragons Dream of Scorched Sheep, the party picked themselves up after Chadney's betrayal and looked for a way out of the gorge. Trying to find respite in a cave, they were set upon by an angry yeti. After a fraught battle and collapsing through 2 ice floors, they found themselves at the gates of Xal'rathis, a hidden city under the ice.
Adventure waits on every roll, fighting for our mortal souls through mountains high and dungeons deep, to Dragon's Dream of Scorched Sheep. To Dragon's Dream of Scorched
Welcome to Do Dragons Dream of Scorched Sheep, the only D&D podcast adapted from Jilly Cooper novels. I'm your complicated and troubled DM with a heart of gold, Gadget, and joining me this week, he's a former tennis pro enamoured with his manager's wife. As Jed Hadro, it's Stig.
Hello.
He's a playboy Lothario who sleeps with anything with a pulse, but deep down he just wants to be loved for who he is. As Loic Sunforge, it's Oodles.
Oh.
He's a cockney bit of rough from a working class background, as all the high society women flocking around him because they love the thrill of a less refined man. As Saxifiangian, it's Biggie.
Oi, 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 oi.
Was that a French cockney?
Oui, 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 oui.
It's Le Cockney to you.
And she's the powerful CEO who uses men like their cheap sex toys whilst clutching multi-million pound business deals high on cocaine. As Robin T. Leaf, it's Candy.
Oh, the dream. Hello.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Scorched Sheep. So yes, last time it was just a big boss fight, wasn't it? Just a big, just friendly, cuddly boss fight.
Bit stressful.
I think you all nearly died in.
Nah.
Beorit.
Beat. But you did all level up last time. So you're all level 3 now.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, and you should be slightly less squishy. Slightly.
Barely.
Barely. But you do have more
This is when it
powerful
starts
spells.
getting fun, though. I like level 3. It's when it starts kicking off a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, because level 3 is where I started you at in the last campaign, and I decided to punish you this time.
Did you?
I didn't remember that.
Yeah, you started at
Yeah,
level
yeah.
3 last time, because we'd argued that you were all kind of actual adventurers who had done things.
I remember. Pepperidge Farm
And we're
remembers.
novices at the game, so he's
Yeah.
being kind to us.
Yeah. This time you're all baby adventurers who had to suffer like the rest of us. So
And we haven't rested yet, have we, since the last event?
no, you have not rested. We're picking up basically as soon as you've stepped through the gates and cast your eyes upon Xal'rathis. And we'll kick this off by showing you what Xal'rathis looks like, because I give you a kind of a brief description of it, but I have been lovely to you all, and I have drawn you a little picture of what you see as you cast your eyes over the city.
Ooh.
So you
Bit dark,
are
really, isn't it?
Yeah, you are most definitely in the Underdark. You'd look over Xal'rathis. This is an enormous underground conurbation built in a cavern of a scale you can barely comprehend. The city is filled with spired towers as far as the eye can see, radiating out from a central, almost kind of pyramid-like tower, taller than anything you'll have seen on the surface. Think like in the shape of like the Shard, like very sharp and pointy tower. The whole city is bathed in a soft phosphorescent blue glow from cultivated fungi that are used as a light source. From your vantage point high above the city, you can see it looks like the buildings are made from a shiny black stone that gives everything an almost damp look. The air is thick and heavy, but it's also cool, and weirdly enough, it's warmer down here than it is on the surface. So you all kind of instantly feel like as you walked in out of this ice cave, you suddenly kind of feel like humidity on your chest and kind of the cool oxymoron, but the kind of the cool warmth of the place, because this is underground and it's protected from the harsh realities of the surface. I would think that Robin would probably recognize this as a Drow place.
Uh-oh.
I think Robin's worldly enough to recognize that.
Keep a sharp eye.
And why is that?
There be drow round here.
Ugh.
I don't like being underground.
Me neither.
Why have you brought me here?
I don't think there was any bringing, darling.
Loic, can you give me a history check and see if you know anything about the Drow? Or if it's just something that you've heard of? Because I like to imagine that Loic is travelled, but also with him being part of this church, he's also kind of sheltered from a lot of things.
Oh yeah, travelled to their means, not his own.
Yeah.
I ain't know shit.
Yeah, he doesn't know
Got
shit.
6.
Got 6. He's heard the name Drow before.
They're almost mythical to him.
No, he's more like he's heard Drow in terms of something to be disparaged, but he's not really sure what that means. He doesn't know what. He's never met a Drow. He doesn't know actually what a Drow is.
No,
he's just heard someone talk badly about Drow, so it's just like, oh, Drow.
And it's quite a Drow name, isn't it? It's quite a.
it's a downcast name, you would say.
Yeah, poor buggers.
Poor buggers.
They might be nice.
So yeah. So
it's a lovely Drow.
as you look over the city, the doors that you kind of walk through, they just close by themselves behind you.
That's not very welcoming.
No.
I suggest we find a quiet spot and recuperate momentarily.
Yes.
Do you mean a long rest?
Perhaps.
Stop. That's all it's going to be throughout this campaign. Catch it, by the way.
I know. It's all it was in the last campaign. Can we have a long rest? I've got no health left.
I mean, if you want to do it, we've got to do it, but Loic's more interested in the fact that Jed's talking like Jed again. He's like, Jed, are you amongst us? Are you with us?
I mean, I have no idea where we are. How we got here. I take it I had a blackout. But
we what is the last thing you remember?
Going towards that safe house. I take it wasn't very safe.
No.
Far from it, I'm afraid.
We've had rather an adventure since then.
Jedi,
I recommend that you listen to the episode from Do Dragons Dream of Scorched Sheep to catch up.
Jed, you got to move some of like the hair out of your eyes, and you like feel like the lump on your forehead, and it's like, oh, ow, kind of thing.
How'd that happen?
A brick, I believe.
That'll do it.
I love Jed's stoicism. Did I black out? Oh, is that a brick to the head? Yep. Oh, that makes sense.
All you need to know is
Checks
that
out.
you have been a passenger. We have brought you here, not of our want. This is an accident.
What do you mean? Not of your want.
We fell down a ravine.
And you won't be surprised we got betrayed.
By Prince Chadley.
Oh, well, there's a surprise. Royalty
Yes.
screwing over the little guy.
You now have an even more bigger vendetta.
Yeah. I knew I couldn't trust him. But, you know, when you need the money, you need the money.
And believe me, if we could have gone up and out, we would have. We are stuck
Well,
here.
Thank you for looking after me regardless.
Anytime.
Shall I get a bird's eye view?
I was just about to say, I feel as leader. What are we doing?
Shall I get a bird's eye view on the situation?
One moment.
Bird!
Would it reveal a bird underground? Would it reveal maybe something a little more conspicuous?
I was going to use Ozzy, my bat. But if we're going to split hairs...
You said bird's eye view.
I just stare you down.
Not here to argue.
He's a very literal person, is Loic, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's got a bit of Drax to him.
These two are like...
He doesn't
kinda-
understand metaphors.
looking at each other like that, and then Jed's just there, just kind of poking his head.
So are you sending Ozzy up for a look, are you?
Yeah, I'm just going to cast Find Familiar. Send Ozzy up.
Okay, so Ozzy kind of appears next to you and kind of flitters around a little bit, and then at your command he kind of heads up into the air. Now, where you are, you're basically stood on kind of like a pathway that will lead around the edge of the cavern that will lead to the city itself. It's a little bit of a long walk, but you go down. As Ozzy kind of looks at a bird's eye view over the city, or a bat's eye view, bats can't see that well. The sonar view that you get.
That's notoriously quite blind.
Yeah.
As bats.
Don't remind him.
But she's getting Daredevil vision here.
It's a magic bat.
It's Daredevil vision from the notable Ben Affleck vehicle Daredevil.
Basically where he were better than anyone with sight.
Yeah. Not the actual good Daredevil stuff that has come out since.
No.
You see that there's this kind of giant central space. The city looks like it's kind of built on multiple levels. So you see kind of like bridges crisscrossing over and under each other. There's a large kind of central promenade that leads to this main tower. As Ozzy kind of peels around and kind of get another view, through his eyes or through his ears, you see a group of figures walking up the path towards you.
Oh, look sharp, boys. We're getting company.
Someone's coming.
Goblins. I was promised goblins.
And
I believe they might be
Suggest we
Drow.
hide.
and
Let's hear what they have to say.
literally, as you say, I think they might be Drow. All four of you feel a blade against your neck from behind.
Oh, great.
He tries to reach for his sword, but obviously he's not gonna.
No. As you reach for your sword on your back, the blade gets a little bit tighter on your Adam's apple.
Touch the beard.
Thanks, Ozzy, for the heads up.
About 30 seconds later, this group of 4 Drow walks up in front of you. There is two of them are archers, one of them is a swordsman. The archers have their arrows nocked and pulled, and then this center one walks towards you. He's wearing kind of black plate armor and a spiked helmet. He removes it to reveal pale blue skin and long white hair. His eyes are completely blacked out, and he has kind of charcoal kind of crossing over where his eye sockets are to like hide within the mask. He has the long angular features, and he is probably maybe about 6'5". Like they're all a little bit taller than you all. He looks obviously very non-human. His long pointy ears.
Be sharp, everyone. We have vampires. You know what he's like.
That's a way.
And this figure walks up as you're all being kind of held by rogues behind you. Well, look what we have here. Humans. I haven't seen humans
Stay
in
back,
a long
vampires.
time. Not and he looks at you. Vampires? We're not vampires.
That's what a vampire would say.
And he just kind of tilts his head to the side, and the blade gets a bit tighter on your neck.
Accursed blades.
You deserve that. The Drow are a proud race.
Why are you attacking us already?
These are the Drow.
Loic, you suddenly wonder why you thought the Drow were little people.
Yeah, and he's also like in his head, like he knows they're not human, but they're very humanoid, and he didn't expect that either.
No,
he's not that xenophobic against them because he's like they're talking plain. You know what I mean?
They're intelligent.
It's weird that they're clearly civilized, and he's not grasping that they've created armor and they've got weapons. He's just a bit like, oh.
So
how can these cave dwellers have this?
The Drow kind of turns to you, Saxy, as you ask why they're attacking. He goes, we have not attacked yet. We are investigating. Humans
Well, they're
haven't been
not
down
shaking
here.
my hand.
Well, last time humans came down here, it didn't end well for either us or them. So the
Quick
fact,
to judge.
well, the fact that humans have found their way down here again, and used
Do you eat humans?
for fun sometimes.
Well then, if you just want to point us to the exit, we'll gladly get in our way.
We.
And he regards you all with kind of derision, like a single white eyebrow gets raised. Oh no, you're not going anywhere. Not yet. We need to find out what you are a prelude to. How many other humans are coming? Where is your
None.
fighting force?
None. You're looking at it.
And he continues to regard you with derision. He says, that's exactly what a rogue would say. Exactly what a spy would say.
Well, I'm a rogue, but not a spy.
I assure you, we are not spies.
And he
Mockers.
Listen, sir, we accept you as our superiors, and we're not here to cause trouble. You
Do
know,
we?
a rightfully proud race, as we know. We're not here to cause
Is he still
trouble.
drunk, or is he sobered up a bit yet?
No, he's sober. It's been like 3 fucking days.
Sober, mate.
I can't remember now.
No,
I swear he was drunk in the last fight.
No.
That's cool.
he was just fighting. That was just Oodles. Oodles might have been drunk.
I was. I'm not now. I'm drinking iced tea now.
Oh, look at you, someone's earning.
I love iced tea.
The Drow kind of keeps pacing in front of the four of you, just listening to whatever it is that you have to say.
Yeah, because we're not so common to them either, are we?
No, you're welcome to ask him further questions on that. He mentioned that it had been a long time since humans have been down here, and the last time it didn't end well.
I think it's best that Loic sticks to the Star Trek rule of first contact.
Don't do anything.
Because you know what he's going to be like.
Oodles wishes to throw his javelin.
No, you ain't got one. You ain't got
No,
one.
he hasn't been to a blacksmith to get it rebuilt yet.
I've got bits. I've got javelin bits.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's, what to do? Maybe we should take you back and let Deval deal with you.
As long as we get a rest, that's all we want. We're tired. We're not here to cause trouble.
And he stares you down with kind of inky black eyes, kind of staring right through you. Goes, where humans go, trouble follows. You may not intend to cause trouble, but trouble will come from you.
Can I ask, do investigate? Is it insight or investigation?
It would be an insight
what
check
you wanna
if you want to check if he's lying or anything.
No, I just want to ask him what happened.
Just ask. You don't need to do a check for that.
Just ask.
Yeah. What happened last time humans were here? You can't tarnish us all with the same brush, as they say.
The last time humans came down here, they tried to wipe us out. Xenophobic, horrible, warmongering humans came down here. They pillaged from our city, took our magic, took our secrets, took our mechanisms. Hundreds of years we've been rebuilding.
Does it
That was a
have
long
any
time
clue on
ago.
like flags they were bearing or regalia they had or anything like that?
Is that what you're asking him?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I was not alive when this happened. This has been the history told of many ages down the line.
And how old are you?
322.
Hey!
I mean,
That weren't Lowy, that were me.
that's a fair while ago, lad. You weren't even alive. None of us were alive then. Things change. I don't even know how we got here. I just woke up fighting something and then we fell through the floor.
We're using your own logic. Then that was so long ago, then time has passed. We're not from the same people. You're talking hundreds of years. We have nothing to do with this.
Mr. Drow, you can clearly see myself and my ginger friend. We are not of the same people.
No, there is a strange diversity to human beings. It's unnatural. Disgusting.
No, xenophobic.
Just agree. Just nod.
There
Smile
are a
and
lot
nod.
of humans I dislike as well. I agree.
I think Duval will be the one to decide what happens with you. He whispers to the archers behind him, who then kind of move past you all and stand a post at the door, waiting in case there are more humans to come. The knives are kind of released from your throat, and then kind of pushed gently into your lower backs, as in to say,
That's not
go.
so great.
Not stabbed, but just like the tip of the blade is there.
How much is Robin allowed to know about the Drow?
She will probably know a fair bit. She'll know that these blades are likely poisoned.
Okay.
So getting stabbed with them will hurt more than being stabbed.
I think most things in the Underdark is likely poisonous.
And a bit stabby.
She will know that they are an offshoot evolution of elves. They are sometimes derogatively referred to as dark elves, but they do not like that.
They don't use that though, don't
No.
Oh no, that's a slur.
That's it. They, in D&D lore, and I'm being a bit loose on whether this applies to our lore, they are worshippers and birthed of the Spider Queen Lolth.
Spider.
They have a reverence for spiders.
Let's leave that bit out.
Gadget hates spiders, so they're not here.
But they are, unlike normal elves, they are not... It's not that they're warlike, but they are not exactly peaceful. They value one-upmanship. They value competition with each other. They tend not to get into the intellectual arts because they feel that...
Waste of time.
Waste of time when you can fuck over the person that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
They are a lot of
Klingons, basically.
Sort of, yeah, but they are not. They're not necessarily like warrior. They're more like rogues and swordsmen and stuff like that.
Yeah. They're built for speed, aren't they?
Yes, they are quite fragile.
So I'm just going to whisper some advice then. The Drow are a proud people. Always play to their egos.
Everything he's just said, you've got to say it to us now.
I'm going to surmise it. They are more likely to cause mind games than physical.
They have the sharpest mind of all.
Just remember that
Sharp
they're likely
knife in my
to.
back.
They can't be trusted. They're likely to double cross. But just play to their egos.
What is
Everyone
this
I meet
notion
double
of-
crosses me.
What is ego?
I think you know a lot about ego.
Oh. Do I?
So the Drow lead you into the city itself proper. It takes you about kind of an hour to walk around the edge of the cavern and onto that central pathway. He is leading you towards that enormous spire in the middle. As you go down, yes, you can see the walls of the buildings are made from black stone. As you walk through the city, though, people move out of the way and give a wide berth at the sight of this Drow that's leading you. There are kind of hushed tones as the city folk and the Drow in the city see humans. Most of them probably for the first time ever. You get the impression that possibly humans are a boogeyman to these people. It's something that is told in folklore rather than something that has been witnessed because of how hidden this city has been. You reach this central spire and walk up about 50 steps to the grand doorway. The Drow that is leading you turns around and says, "You will be respectful in the Palace of Spiders. Do not Do not speak out of turn. You will speak when spoken to, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
It's a bit on the nose, isn't it? Palace of Spiders.
Loic puts his hand up.
Yes.
Monsieur Drow. May I interest you in the word of the effervescent star?
He walks towards you and puts his hand around your throat, not putting any pressure on it, just like placing it around your collarbone.
He's gonna kiss him.
And he he leans in close, and then his grip suddenly tightens. And it's the tightest grip that you could possibly imagine on your throat. He goes, that is the kind of talk that will get you fed to the aberrant. And he lets go of you.
But where do you see the sun? The beauty.
I don't think they like the sun. Just shut up.
He's just asking questions.
Not now. Just keep that stuff shut. Just shut up.
He's like this with everyone.
The drow kind of turns around and starts walking. The enormous doors open to the spire. As you walk in, you don't see spiders, but you can feel their presence.
You can always feel them before you see them.
And you can feel a lot of them.
Now.
You can feel a lot of them. There is a kind of... This spire kind of reaches tall and high up. Blue flames light the central chamber as you're led over a polished obsidian floor to a throne made of a shimmering metal that none of you can visually identify. And it's adorned with the skulls of long-defeated drow. As you walk kind of into the centre of this room, you are well lit in the middle, but the edges of the room are in pure darkness. Like it's almost like you lose perspective on the size of this room, as the light is just focused in this middle around this throne. Sitting on the throne is a drow that looks much younger than the one who has led you here. They are quite androgynous. You can't really tell whether they are male or female. They are genuinely quite beautiful. Their long, kind of grey-blue hair. Again, the same blacked-out eyes, long ears, but a very slight frame. They're dressed in kind of a delicate purple garb with a shimmering crown upon their head. As you all approach, this figure just kind of turns very slowly, very elegantly. Calibar, who have you brought me today? Your lord. We found humans at the North Gate. Humans? Interesting. Step aside, let me see. Deval kind of stands up, and again, despite the slight frame, because they're stood on this throne, this kind of raised up throne, they dominate the space. Their movements are very ethereal. I know I keep making comparisons for Oodles, but it's Mikola. Like that kind of ethereal look and feel to them.
Kindly Mikola.
They start to kind of step down the steps towards you all. Well, it's been such a long time since we had guests. My name is Deval Varar. I lead this city. Who are you? What are you doing in my delightful playground?
I like to think that us gentlemen quickly turn around and stares at Candy.
Bow your head, but don't bow. Show respect. Just bow your head, that's all I'm asking.
Doesn't know how to do it really well, so he's like...
But that's fine, it's fine.
You've got to watch it on YouTube, guys.
He just nods, he doesn't bow his head.
It's like a horse being given a sugar lump, to be honest.
Yeah. He's never bowed. He's not in his religion.
My lords, we appear to have found ourselves at. We don't really. It was a bit of an accident getting here, I'll be perfectly honest with you, but it seems as if it's fortuitous, being as we were given a key to get in.
Yes, I was about to ask, how did you get through the gate?
We had a key.
And where did you find such a key?
They blew up a windmill.
It came across our persons by pure luck.
And they, out of their hand disappears in their robe and reappears, and there's a golden version of the X-shaped key. Did it look somewhat like this?
Yeah,
That would be the one.
right, though.
That's the very fellow.
And you all suddenly feel the knives in your back again. So you're handling stolen Underdark magics.
Is that what it
I
is?
remind you, I never held any. My hands are clean.
Section's 9/10 of the law.
True.
We found him.
By
Have
association.
you ever heard of finders keepers?
No, is this some strange human custom that has not made it down to the Underdark?
Aye, we found him. We keep them.
Well, I
fell
don't
off
think
a
we need to be
bridge.
quite so
We came
hasty
down
about
here.
that.
We ended up down here. The key fit the lock. What more do you need to know? This is where we are. In this
I think what
lovely
my friend
room.
is trying to say is that if this key belongs to you, of course you may have it back. We weren't aware.
Keys disintegrated, don't it?
The first one
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
I am astonished that 4 random humans could happen upon pillaged treasures from our plane. Tell
It does
me,
seem rather curious, doesn't it? Perhaps something we would like to learn ourselves.
tell me specifically, how did you happen upon it? Did you...
I can answer that. I
can't
answer that.
remember.
I
Well,
can
you
answer
found 3
that.
of them so far.
Mr. Drow, I can answer that.
When I
Man.
need to...
As a pious man, I will tell you the truth.
Okay.
The key we used that has disappeared. My friend here, the ginger one, snatched it from a big Goliath tall man who died upon impact on the ground. Horrible, horrible. So, could be known as a hero. So,
Interesting.
Just my quick reflexes.
it was mightily impressive. I never give those compliments out lightly.
This is indeed interesting. And Deval kind of walks up to you, Saxy, and regards you. And as they get kind of close to you, it's almost like you hear, you feel, you smell. You don't feel anything. You smell. It's almost like there's kind of a honey smell coming off them, as if this ruler is quite pampered and pristine. And
Man gets baths.
and they are about the same height as you, but they kind of look up into your eyes. As, what a curious fellow. Haven't seen anything. Hair of fire.
I kissed.
That is... Humans are such marvellous mythical creatures to us. Aren't they, Calabar? Calabar just goes, They are.
He
Traitors.
don't like him, does he? He does not.
We could say the same about your good selves. I must admit I do not know Drow.
No, you wouldn't know, Drow. Your ancestors banished us away from the surface. We used to deal with humans more often than not. Trade with them, in fact. Until your ancestors decided that they didn't want to trade with us, they wanted to take from us.
Alright, that sounds about right. Royalty by any
Do-
chance?
Some
Do
of
you
them,
understand
yes.
the term, the human term, sins of our fathers?
No, but I can make an assumption as to what it means. I'm not judging any of you for what your ancestors have done. Calabar might, he's a touch more extreme. But I
This
need
is the
that.
conversation we had.
But you know, extreme is sometimes good in a military leader. No, I'm more curious about you. I keep saying he. I'm saying they. They are explicitly androgynous. So I'm not. Just me saying he does not mean he is actually he. It's a they.
It simply doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
Yeah. They.
They're female, mate.
Yeah,
They-
they say he.
They turn and look at Calibar. Calibar, will you please summon my... will you please summon my priestess? She will be interested. And he kind of bows and stomps off, and you hear just the sound of his footsteps getting further and further away. You don't hear the sound of a door. Again, you've lost complete idea of the scale of this building in this room. And they kind of turn and they kind of step back up to their throne. They kind of sit back, put their shoulders back and kind of cross their legs, and they just regard you. Such an interesting day. Let me get this straight. We have 4 humans who have made it here by accident, using Drow magic to get in. And then brought to me to do with as I wish. Is that the sum of the parts?
We are more than meets the eye. Jed here, for instance, has had many concubines. He's told me many times. And Zaxi here, as we regaled, he is a master at sabotage and stealth. And our fearless leader, she is learning.
One with the bats.
Deval explicitly doesn't kind of understand the little dig that Lewis just made there. And
Yeah, because he's... Yeah.
and they just simply say, interesting, and they turn to you, Robin. Learning what?
How to lead.
Learning when to tell my friends when to shut the fuck up.
Deval smiles, and again, it's one of the most beautiful smiles you've ever seen. Oh, fun! I enjoy this. And if this, and then they look at Jed. This large one, if he has the prowess that your friend says, you may find may find some entertaining time here.
Nice.
Robin, you suddenly remember the Drow are a little bit decadent, a bit hedonistic.
He is hung like a horse, I believe.
And a horse is?
A four-legged beast of burden.
You don't get the opportunity to answer because you hear the sound of footsteps approaching from behind the throne, and a Drow woman appears. She is a mage. She is much taller than any of the males that you've seen, because for some reason Drow women are taller than males.
Why not?
Yeah, the D&D lore does not explain why, but fair enough.
Mommy Drow.
I like it. Loic does this elbow to Jed. This was for you.
I know.
Remember, he's living vicariously through his exploits.
I clocked her already.
Jed, you have bigger nipples than her.
Fucking hell. Biggie.
There's a line, and he's always
So far over it. The line is a dot to him. So this female Drow walks around. She wears a kind of golden headdress. She is wearing kind of white robes, carrying a staff, with a kind of an arch design over the top. And she walks past and she kind of turns up to Deval and goes, "Your Highness, you requested me? Ah, yes, Xal'rathis. Look at the guests that we have." And she turns to you and goes, and she looks at you all a bit surprised and looks at, "What are they?" "Humans, my dear. We have humans visiting."
Not this again.
Would you?
Well,
Sorry.
so while they're in converse, like Jed is like trying to sort his beard out. He's trying to like make it look.
He's licking his fingers and wiping his eyebrows.
Yeah, he's doing that. But as he's doing it, he's finding
Looking
like
his beard.
spiders dropping out of it as well.
They'd like that.
So the after a moment of kind of whispering between each other, Deval and Xal'rathis kind of turn and look at you both. And Xal'rathis kind of steps forward and regards each of you individually. And she's about 6'6", 6'7". She is much taller than you all.
Money.
But again, very slight frame, very elegant, ethereal.
So she's not a muscle mummy.
Not a muscle. She starts with Saxy.
I'm out.
And she kind of looks over you, and she kind of waves her hand over your face, and you see this kind of little kind of golden magic come from her hand. I was like, no. And then she steps to Loic, does the same thing, this little bit of golden magic. Goes, how disappointing. And then she steps in front of Robin.
Oh, there we go.
Does the same thing. Goes, and this time the magic kind of hovers in front of your face for a moment and then kind of fades back into her hand. You are interesting.
I bloody knew it.
And then she turns to Jed.
Does the same smiling.
Beam is smiling. He's probably pulled his hair back. And she
His pants fall down.
And she does it again, and the magic stays there a little bit longer, then comes back into her hand. Also very interesting. And she turns around to Deval. May I examine these two? There is something unique about each of them. And Deval nods. And she turns to look at you both. Don't worry, you will be quite safe. But I would like to take you to my laboratory to understand more about you both.
What about our friends? Will they also be safe?
Deval says, yes, your friends will be safe. They're going to be taken to some of our residents where they will be fed, watered, they will be allowed to rest, entertained. They will be fine. Don't you worry. You have my word.
Finally, thank you. Seems like we're making progress.
You all hear this as Xal'rathis kind of steps back. You all hear this sound of a kind of wave of scuttling, as from the walls and from the darkness, kind of a wave of spiders come. They kind of crawl up your backs, and you all feel like yourself go back, like they are holding you up.
A crowd surfing.
Effectively, yeah. Each one of you are.
They're perfect for it because I've got so many hands.
Robin and Jed are taken off to the east. Saxy and Loic are taken off to the west.
I hate it when we get split up.
You're off for like sex or something, man. This is good shit.
Well, you're the ones being entertained.
We're gonna get prodded and poked.
So we will start with who are we going to start with? I need to flip a coin or something.
Roll a dice.
I could do that. We're playing
Evens.
D&D after all.
Yeah, evens and odds.
Okay.
No one gadget. He's probably got one that's got a number that's not even either.
Who wants
Need a
evens?
number up.
We'll have evens.
Lads. We'll be even.
All right, we'll be odds then.
Okay. So
You are oddest.
So evens, it's Loic and Saxy. Odds it is. Got a 3.
Perfect.
So,
See you next week, guys.
the this kind of surreal wave of spiders leads you through kind of darkened corridors, faster than you can walk.
Is Ozzy still out?
Yes, he's on the outside of this building.
Ozzy, keep an eye on them.
And you see it fly off, and then you lose your telepathic connection to him.
Bagger.
The twisting, winding corridors, you don't really know you've lost kind of sense of direction. This is an almost impossible building to you all. You then kind of at very rapid speed, approach a large set of double doors which open by themselves, and the spiders kind of dissipate underneath you, and you both kind of come to a gentle sliding stop in the laboratory, where Xal'rathis is already there. Oh, you took your time getting here.
That's the only mode of transport, is it?
Sometimes we just like to flex.
The Spider Express.
You should see.
I shake my beard and small fallout.
You are both very curious creatures, she says as she kind of walks out. Inside this laboratory, again, it's kind of the black obsidian-like walls. There is kind of a central cauldron. There's kind of bubbling away with something. It smells very mushroomy. It could be soup, it could be a potion. You don't know. There are kind of tomes and scrolls on cases along the walls. There are various skulls being used as candle holders. It's a fucking arcane laboratory kind of shit. Loads of things in there that you don't understand. Something glowing.
It's like somewhere where Maleficent would live.
Kind of, yeah. There's something on a pedestal that's glowing incredibly green, and you kind of both think that maybe I shouldn't touch that.
Do I have to be here? I don't really like magic and this kind of stuff.
And she...
Why am I even here?
So Xal'rathis sidles up to you first. It's interesting. You are a unique specimen.
I mean, yes.
And she holds her fingers up in front of your face and just kind of pulls them back, and all of a sudden Ilara is brought to the front.
Oh. Where are we now?
Xal'rathis smiles. Look at that. Secret person.
Who are you?
I am Xal'rathis. I am the priestess for our Lord Duval.
Oh, him. I know of him.
You do, don't you? Because she's kind of starting to peer through you and goes, You're an elf. You're an elf and a human. What an interesting set of circumstances.
Unfortunately, yes. I take it you're his mage?
Yeah, among other things, yes, but I'm curious as to how you've ended up in this large gentleman.
I'd like to know that too.
I got asked a lot of that at school.
Fucking oodles.
And you say I'm the problem.
You're
child.
both the problem. He's a
Mine's
problem
real.
now because he's not got anything to do right now, so he's going to start quipping.
I was just trying to be closer to my goddess. Something went wrong, and I woke up in this disgusting body.
Oh, that's cruel.
Goddess magic. Which goddess was it? No, I'm looking through you, and I'm unfamiliar with your particular magic.
The moon goddess say. God, you're gonna have to make me remember how I'll pronounce it now.
Yep.
Saloon?
Sam. God's sake, Gadget.
Oh, I'm so sorry I asked you a question about your character backstory that you wrote.
I can't remember how to pronounce it.
Leslie.
Oh my god. No, Google's failed me. In my elf moon goddess. There we go. I'll go back to it. The one and only Seahin Moonbeam Bow, of course.
Oh?
Seahin Moonbow.
Why did you pick that one?
Because that's the goddess of the moon. Okay.
You can't say it.
I can say it, I just can't remember it.
Oh, the moon goddess. Interesting. So that would make you a moon elf then, yes?
Well done.
Oh, she's sassy.
And she kind of has this kind of twisted little grin. See, this can be fun because I can do this, and Jed returns.
Ah!
But then I can do this, and Ilara returns.
Oh, that's going to be a problem.
So, maybe, Miss Ilara, don't be so sassy with me. I know Drow and elves don't get along very well, but I'm curious about you and how you ended up in this state.
I don't know. I don't know if I fucked something up or not. But when I went back, my body was missing. So I think not. Somebody was manipulating me or doing something. I don't know. I'm just taking a guess.
Well, spells involving gods can also sometimes have unpredictable circumstances. We once tried to resurrect the spider goddess and, well, a lot of people became spiders. Some of them carried you in here.
Ugh.
Yes.
Well, all I know is my body is definitely out there somewhere. I can feel it. I don't know where. I just have a feeling.
I may have something to help with that. But before that, let's have a look at your friend here. And she kind of steps to the side and kind of looks through you, Robin.
To just get a bit defensive.
Something very odd about you, dear. Something...
No.
And she kind of reaches up and, with a kind of... her long fingernails, just kind of pulls the corner of your shirt to the side and sees kind of the tendrils from the... whatever it was that touched you, kind of reaching up in your chest. Oh, you've been touched by the Maiden of Death.
Yes, I thought it might have been her.
What do you know of the Maiden of Death?
Very little, other than I know I'm aware of her.
She can't hear very well. Sorry.
I don't think you appreciate just how important this mark is on your chest.
Good important or bad important?
Everything's a matter of perspective.
Oh, go on then, let's have yours.
Well, the Maiden of Death is a primordial god, one of the oldest to ever grace Erethria, of any of its planes. The legends are quite detailed, but I'll try to give you the abridged version of it. It's long been believed, both by humans and drow and elves and even goblins and even all the way down to the lowest creatures, that before the Maiden of Death, life was eternal. The Maiden's sister, the goddess of life, Ira, she believed in a misguided way that the world would flourish without death, so she did away with it entirely. But this only led to eternal suffering. Without death, resources would become scarce. The races of Erethria were locked in an endless war at a stalemate of battling starvation and poverty. Everyone began to suffer as they starved but never died, or they just fought into immortality. Despite people's prayers, Ira would not listen. She believed she had done the right thing by removing death from this world. And for all that Ira provided eternal life, she did not provide eternal youth. So people would age to many centuries old, but be unable to look after themselves or have a quality of life. They would just spend eternity in a living decay. As an act of desperate kindness, Ira's sister Raya stood against her and created death, allowing the suffering to pass on, allowing the world to heal as the population corrected itself. But this schism created a war in the pantheon of the first deities, which resulted in Ira casting Raya away, banishing her far below the world, far below the Underdark. Yet alone, the maiden fastidiously continues her work, ferrying souls from the material planes to their afterlives. Occasionally she reaches out and takes a servant, someone she believes deserves the honour of the final kindness, helping souls pass and guiding them through the trauma of their death. You, my dear, bear this mark. You are one of the maidens chosen.
Seems like quite a responsibility.
It will be. It may be. She has taken chosen ones before and never called upon them. Most of the time she is able to do her own work. But when she does call on you, you must listen. I assume that she spared you from death for this.
I believe that's the case, yes. There was an incident.
So would it not be rude to repay her kindness with ignorance?
Yes, I see this is something probably a little bit above my pay grade, but it also seems like a bit of an honour. And who am I to deny people a final bit of peace in their death?
Well, exactly. And it doesn't mean you necessarily have to kill anybody. Just have to guide them in their last moments.
Oh, is this going to be sad?
Yeah, probably. But, with these
She
three...
said in character.
With these three idiots around, I'm sure they'll make jokes as you're guiding someone to their afterlife.
Whatever. We know how to. We know how to make it serious, don't we, lads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of stats.
You got pathos.
Finish it off with auto asphyxiation. You get a happy ending.
Oh, Biggie!
That's a
Biggie!
David Carradine.
You're welcome. You can have that one for free.
And she kind of continues to regard it. Let me see if you can see death. I want you to concentrate. I want you to concentrate between life and death. Feel the energy of life. Feel the energy of death. Feel it wrap around you. Feel the life force of this world. And Candy, can you roll me an Arcana check, please?
21.
21. It takes a bit of concentration and you start to feel a little bit of a headache as you're doing it. But when you open your eyes, everything seems to have gone a little bit kind of black and white. You see Xal'rathis still stood in front of you. But behind her you see shades of people kind of walking around. You see... They don't look like they're in any particular trauma or anything. It just looks like echoes of people's past. You see people talking to each other. You kind of turn your head and look past Jed, and you see a couple kind of dancing with each other. When you focus on Jed, you see Ilara stood next to him. But in colour. As in, there is a spirit there, but not a death.
Right.
And this only lasts maybe 30 or so seconds before you kind of lose the connection to it, and the kind of the world goes colour and these spirits fade away again. And you kind of look back at Xal'rathis, and she's smiling broadly. You can see it.
Could you see it too?
I know how to look for it.
Do you see it all the time, or?
No, just when I want to.
Okay.
And you won't see
So
it.
are you saying that I can do that at will?
Near enough. You have to practice it first.
But some of them, they seemed happy.
What you saw there was not necessarily people's final moments. What you saw were the shades of people who have existed before.
Oh.
Most of these people will have already been passed over by the maiden. What you will find when you look is... In fact, it's better if I show you. And she kind of presses a hand to your head, and you get a little bit of a vision. It's not like a full vision, but you see a person slumped on the floor, and you see a spirit kind of sit out of them, but it looks in pain. It looks twisted and tormented. And it leaps at your vision, and then she pulls you out of it.
Bleh.
Sometimes they aren't ready to move on. Sometimes you may need to be ready to defend yourself in this realm.
Oh God.
Sometimes they just bear the wounds that would have killed them. Sometimes they will fight back. Many people do not want to die, funnily enough.
Is it too late to back out of this honour?
Yes. You have been spared a death.
Oh boy.
I'm sure the maiden will explain herself in due time.
Well, that's something to look forward to.
And if you find her, if she still exists far below us, you may have an audience with her.
I'm sure a situation will arise where that will come in handy.
I tried that. Didn't go very well.
I believe you made a mistake, dear. You're very young for an elf, aren't you?
Not really.
Well, less than 200?
Oh no, she's like a couple thousand years old.
Strike me as a young one. Interesting.
I'm just very beautiful. Well, I was.
Yes. Speaking of beauty, let's get the good-looking one back. And she clicks her fingers and Jed reappears.
You keep moving position.
Yes, it's a skill I have. You look at Robin and she's got this kind of haunted look on her face after which she's just kind of was seen.
You're right, lass.
Don't ask.
Anyway, what do you want with me?
Now,
Just a normal bloke.
concluded our business for now. We'll return you to your colleagues.
What?
You hear the rush of spiders come from behind you. We are going to cut over to the other two now. So your spiders kind of lead you through, again, complex web of corridors and such what that you lose track of where you're going until doors open and you are deposited in this rather plush set of chambers. There are kind of large, comfortable beds around the place, and it's a circular room. In the center of it, there is a table with all manner of strange Underdark foods and fruits and fauna. There are jugs of wine. And the spiders just kind of deposit you there, and the doors close behind you.
Now we're talking.
What is it?
You having a drink?
No.
Take a sniff of the wine.
It's very good wine. Kind of royalty level wine.
No. Is there...
You do not want to miss this.
Is there water?
There is not water.
Wine it is.
No. Why are you always trying to get him pissed?
Cheers. I guess there's nothing for us to do, but
I'm not drinking. He's not drinking it. Is there food, did you say?
Yeah, there's food, yeah.
Is there anything resembling grapes?
There are things that look like...
I'm drinking it.
There are things that look like grapes.
Right. He looks... Like he's a fan of like grapes and fresh fruit because where he's from, it's quite sunny. Obviously.
Yeah.
It's quite Mediterranean. It's quite south of France, vineyards and stuff. So he looks at even though we don't drink wine, he looks at this grape-like thing.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's probably fluffy and dank.
It's got a bit of a
Pops it in
fuzz
his
to
mouth.
it.
Pops it in his mouth.
It's not pleasant. Doesn't taste. It's not sweet like a grape. It's kind of like probably a fungus of some kind. You don't really know what it is.
Umami.
It doesn't taste particularly salty or anything. It's just got a bit of a earthy flavour to it.
I think this fruit has been here a long time.
I'm walking along, just taking a bite out of everything on the table. Just a good old...
So while he's doing that,
This is-
Loic
this is
sits
great.
down and he starts doing his prayers. Like, not loud, but you can hear him rattling them off.
Do me a religion
I
check.
think they're alright.
Religion check.
Yeah.
Because he's missing the sun, obviously. It's very dark. 14.
14. You don't have a connection to the sun. You say the prayers, but you don't really hear the effervescent...
He's not feeling anything.
You don't feel the effervescent star on your back. You are struggling a little bit.
It's frustrating him.
Listen, pal. this could have started off. So this could have ended up a lot worse the way it started. But at the minute, this isn't too bad. Let's hope they're okay.
I feel I'm getting paler just being here.
I don't like it either, but yet here we are.
And you're gorging like a pig.
I haven't seen food like this for some time.
Wouldn't it be better to take some with you rather than eating it all now?
I think for what he described, that's a lot of food there.
Yeah, it's like a feast worth of food. It's funguses, mosses, crispy cave lizards, mollusks.
What
things
Loic
like
does
that.
then, out of his, I don't know, his weirdness, it gets a few of those grapes he wasn't that keen on anyway, and he pops them into a little handkerchief and puts them on top.
Okay, that'll count as a ration for you.
Thank you. You know he's not a greedy man.
No.
Then he's still extremely frustrated that his prayers are not being felt, and he's getting a bit. Do you know? You'll remember, Gadget, when you're quitting smoking, and the first few days you get irritated over anything. He's just irritated. He misses the sun. It's been has it been like a day?
Not even that, about 3 hours.
Feels like a fucking day to him. It's just getting a bit. It's just getting. It's like every time he's with these people, he's under fucking ground. Getting annoyed. So he's trying his best. He's trying his best to just like sit there and be a bit calmer, but his legs like moving a bit, and he's getting.
Listen, just stay calm.
I am calm.
Let's just play this as it goes, and then I guess if they haven't killed us, then we're okay at this point. They're checking the other two out, then maybe we can just get out of here.
Do you ever think that the other two will never return?
Literally, as you say that, the doors fly open and the other two are deposited from their wave of spiders.
Why am I always wrong?
No, it's never come to my mind.
And he just looks at him and goes, touche. That kind of tickled him.
The spiders recede and the doors close.
You are
It's okay.
There's not much food left. Our big friend has eaten everything.
I'm just brushing cobwebs off me.
Let me have a look what we got there.
So
Dig in. The wine's great. No,
Don't recommend the grapes.
Yeah, so he starts drinking the wine.
okay, it's wine. It's really fucking good wine.
It's really fucking good wine.
Salute.
Yeah.
Sure.
Robin, what are you
Know
doing?
what that means?
Hello. It means
Well, I've
hello.
raised my glass to do a little cheers.
Said salut, that means hello.
I know, but Jet doesn't know that, man.
I'm just having a little
Anyone
nibble
that
at the
puts their
mushrooms,
glass
which
up in
probably
the
seems
air,
like
you
a
know
bad
what
idea.
they do.
I turned my nose up at the wine. I was like, bourgeois shit.
It's very bougie.
Prefer Nando's?
I think our friend here probably prefers it from a box.
Some fried lumi wouldn't go miss at the moment, though.
As you are kind of sitting and eating and drinking or not drinking, you all hear the voice of Deval behind you. Hello. And you turn around and see that they are there in the room with you.
Right?
What? I should have seen them coming.
You will never see us coming. We do not want you to see us coming.
So are you saying that I might?
We'll see.
Oh, biggie.
I don't know what he said because I cracked a sex joke
he
as well.
said, do you think I might see you coming?
Disgusting.
We're all disgusting.
Deval kind of walks forward and sits on the edge of one of the beds in the room. He goes, I hope you appreciate how irregular it is that I'm stood here talking to you without an escort.
Well, I just quickly say thank you for your hospitality so far. It wasn't the best welcome, but this has certainly made up for it.
Yes, I'm sorry we couldn't have arranged an orgy in a faster time. Maybe tomorrow.
Oh, well, we're not in a rush.
What is an orgy? Are they better grapes than these grapes?
Oh, lad. Oh, lad. Just puts his arm around him. We have many things to discuss.
They're not good grapes.
Might I ask the four of you, ultimately, what do you want? Are you wanting
Exit,
to...
I want to see the sun.
I want to get out of here, to be honest.
Well, no, hang on. You said you used to have trade routes with the humans.
We do. We used to. They are largely blocked with permafrost at the minute. But there may be one still existing. I will need to send Calabar to find and see if it's still passable.
What did you trade exactly?
Mostly food and resources to keep us alive down here. As you can see, we adapt. There are a great many things that are edible and are nutritious within the Underdark. But,
These crunchy lisses are great.
they are personal favourite, but, the food from the surface is sometimes better. Or able to stave off famines down here. It takes a long time for fungi and cave moss to grow.
It's not as calorific either, is it?
What would you offer in return?
And they raise their hand, and rings covered in gems are on their slender fingers. We have riches. We have materials. Humans used to pride themselves on using some of our rarer ores in their weapons of war. We had
I hand her a card with a moon on it.
Interesting. What does
And
this
I
mean?
hand him a leaflet with the Crescent Star.
Fuck's sake. Well, mine's got a QR code on it.
Okay.
I am not sure what to do with either of these.
It is our scripture. May I request one brief word with you, sir, alone?
No.
In a moment. Ultimately, the four of you wish to return to the surface. That is what you need, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I can possibly arrange that. But I need something investigated. And it's not something I can send Calabar or any of my soldiers to do.
I certainly listen. You've been hospitable so far.
They nod sagely, and they say to you, you'll have noticed on your approach to the city that there is an upper and a lower city, yes?
Well, we started up there and then we ended up down there
No, there is a city below where
very
we
quickly.
are. There is a city below here. It has been quarantined off for some time. There is a terrible curse affecting my fellow Drow down there. I do not believe that it will affect you. It is a magical curse. Xal'rathis has been working for years to work out what it is. But when she did that wave over your faces, that was her testing to see if you would be affected by it. It is causing certain Drow to become violent. Someone is casting this. We have dealt with plagues and illnesses and viruses before. That is not an issue. We have some of the best medics in all of Drow kind in our city. But nothing that we do... Sorry?
An insight check.
Sure.
Nah, forget it.
What did you get?
6.
6. Take it at face value. We haven't been able to identify the source of it. But with it being with it being magical in nature, it seems to me that someone is casting this as a spell. We have effectively lost the lower city. I can't send Calabar or any of the soldiers down there because they'll become affected by it. And I don't know if you know anything about ruling a city, but you do not want to lose your military might. I do not wish the army to be corrupted by it. I do not wish people to bring it back up here. If you can help me and find out what is causing it, I can reward you. I can give you as much information as I can give. And we can potentially get you back to the surface. What say you?
How long does it take to get down there?
We have mechanical means to get you down to the lower city. Take you no more than an hour. And then you will have to explore and find out what has happened down there.
And all that just to send us back to the surface.
With rewards.
We could get a little bit more out of this, I think, Jed.
That's what I was thinking.
I think it can. I could think it could benefit both of us, the Drow and humans.
May I request our chat?
Yes, I will let you all think of it while I speak with Mr. Sunforge here. And the two of you kind of move off to the other side of the room and speak in kind of whispered tones. What did you want to talk about?
I have not been 100% truthful.
In what way?
I have a solemn request.
I'll spit it out.
As much as I miss the surface, up there is an elite kill squad looking for me. I do not need gold, I do not need riches. I need allies. Is there any way I can at least rely upon safe haven, if necessary, or upon any dire need? Some martial help.
And Deval kind of sits there and ruminates for a second.
And this is him at his most without being on his knees begging, is like, you know, it's against his nature to ask non-humans to help him. This is a man that's like fucking his last hope. You don't realise how scared he is. He's been like brash, but man's terrified.
Deval's kind of hands come up, and in it appears a small circular box.
Is this trinket?
He doesn't. They don't hand it to you. They hold it in their hand.
Oh.
This is something I can offer, if you would do us this kindness. This is a single-use tool. If you find yourself in dire need, open it, and assistance will appear. Once.
Then I will purge your undercity of this foul.
And they close their hands and secrete it back away inside their robes. And goes, wonderful. So we have an accord.
You.
Do not tell your compatriots of this tool.
I will not.
But yes, I believe it could be of some use to you in the future. Tell me,
Oui.
what have you done to warrant a death squad for chasing you?
These are machinations of humankind. A tyrant has taken over my church. He believed that I was planning to usurp him at some point, but I have no visions of leadership. I just believe in our God. This devil does not believe in our God. He believes in the riches the church brings, and I was very vocal about this in our town, in our city. I was banished upon pain of death. However, I had people that relied upon me, and I returned many, many times, and they saw me. So death comes looking.
Such curious creatures human beings are. But yes, I'm sure.
I concur.
I'm sure we can be of assistance to you somehow. Anyway, let us return to your
see.
friends. So
Yep.
they get up and they walk back around to the rest of you. Have you had a chance to consider my offer?
He's behind him going,
No, we were listening to you.
I want something. Please.
Everyone wants them.
Your magic lady.
Yes, Xal'rathis.
That's the one. I want her to figure out what's wrong with me.
And what, pray tell, is wrong with you?
I have blackouts, and I have no idea why. And neither do any of the doctors or priests, or witches, or anyone that I've seen. I've been trying to raise money to see the best. Everyone I've seen so far, they have no idea.
Okay, I will ask her if it's within her gift to help you, or to at least explain for you. And then they look up at Zaxi and Robin. Well, everyone is asking for things.
While we're here.
Is there anything either of you would like to help in return for helping us?
I pull out the parchment with the symbol on it from before. Do you know anything about this? The pyramid with the circle, the eye in the middle.
Yes, this is an ancient Drow symbol.
What?
Yep.
I assume you would have recognized that. You put the key into the slot, didn't you? That looked like this. That opened the door here.
It did, but that's all I know.
This.
Whoever's behind this symbol killed my
That's all
family.
it is.
This symbol was on a great many things that were stolen from us when the humans raided us. This is not in use by Drow currently, at least as far as I'm aware. This could be purloined by humans who do not understand it, or it could be a sect of other Drow that do not come to Xal'rathis.
If I discover you're lying to me, we will be having a very different conversation.
Yeah.
If you believe that I'm lying to you, you should cut me down now. And see how
No.
I have no reason.
No. No
Yet.
cutting down. No cutting.
And
Consider yourself forewarned.
you suddenly feel a blade against your back. And consider yourself warned too. Threatening a ruler.
Consider your back too, because my blade is there.
Oh, God.
Give me a sleight of hand check. You're going to have to roll pretty fucking high for that.
Cut his own finger off.
23.
23.
Fuck.
Two can play at that game. And then I put my blade away as a show of this isn't over, but I respect where we've got to at this point.
The assassin behind you does not remove his blade, seeing as you've just threatened his leader. You would be very careful.
Touch me again and I'll kill you.
Jeez.
I'm not looking for a fight. I'm
Sound that way, mate.
oh no, just making it very clear that I'm not being
It's
lied to.
understandable,
The
isn't it?
symbol's really
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deval smiles and starts to laugh. Can you do me a Constitution saving throw, please?
If Matrix was laugh here, he'd laugh too. That's a very niche joke.
Oh, you're cooked.
10.
10.
Oh, mate.
You suddenly feel all the hatred and rage from you dissipate as Deval's charm spell takes effect on you. And you just
You love it
feel
now,
a
mate.
bit kind of giddy and a bit drunk and woozy, and you just go and sit down.
I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me.
That'll be the wine then.
Just
And you
good stuff.
you will be aware that Deval cast a charm spell on you when it wears off. Deval then
An
looks
hour,
at,
isn't it?
yeah, it's like an hour. Deval then looks at you, Robin. Please do not threaten me. I don't have it in me.
I
to
like
cast
how
more spells.
you actually raised your eyebrows then, Gadget, like, you want to start?
I wish no hostility. I wish nothing for myself. All I wish is that we talk afterwards in a way that may benefit us both.
A bargain, you would suggest?
Not necessarily an agreement.
Interesting.
Potential agreement.
Certain. In what respect? In trade, items, politics?
Potentially all of the above. Keep hold of that card I gave you.
What a curious lady you are. Right, I'm going to put this out here now. Do you have any questions for Deval? Bear in mind that Deval is a leader of a people. You are in an unfamiliar place. And so far in this campaign, you have had many questions posed and not that many answered.
I have a question. We are in the dark, or how you say the Underdark.
Yes?
Do we have any light source?
That's exactly the question I was going to ask. Well done.
So, if
we don't have dark vision.
Within the city, you have these burners. We keep the city lit as needed. We have dark vision. We don't necessarily need them. It's just sometimes nice to see the city that you live in.
Yeah, a bit decorative.
When you leave the city itself, you will be dealing with some areas that are completely dark. You will need torches or magical spells that will cast light. In a lot of places, there is bioluminescent fungi and moss that will light your way. If you happen to find any mycelium people, sometimes they glow. You may be able to purloin some of them for yourself.
If there is still Drow down there from before, they're probably turned cursed, right? Violent?
Yeah.
I assume that we may run into a few.
But, they did specifically mention that it was turning Drow violent. The curse. So
maybe what else is down there? Someone ask him as I'm a bit out of it.
Yes, do you... What you are asking of us is very dangerous. There may be casualties on either side. Do we have any repercussions for any demise
No.
on your people?
No, we do not believe the curse itself can be cured without killing whoever is casting it. If you are engaged in combat, you have full permission and immunity to do what you need.
Diplomatic immunity.
Please do not destroy the city, though, for that would destroy where we are now.
Do you have any potions, perhaps, that we could take with us in case we get a little bit hurt?
Personally, I do not, but you can speak with Xal'rathis before you leave in the morning.
That'd be lovely. I bet she's got some shit.
She is known for having very good shit.
Excellent.
I believe we have an accord.
We do. Wonderful. Well, this room is yours for the evening. You may rest here as long as you wish. In the morning,
Quick long rest.
And in the morning, we will arrange for your passage down to the lower city. I would just ask you do not leave the room. A lot of people in this city are not familiar with humans and may not be so welcoming as we have been with you.
Can we get some more food and wine, please?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yes, more wine.
lovely stuff.
They click their fingers and the door opens and a collection of kind of young male drow kind of come in carrying more flagons of wine and platters of various Underdark foods and kind of restock the table for you. And when you turn to look back at Deval, they have disappeared.
Sneaky buggers, aren't they?
The flagons of wine and the plates are put down. The empties are kind of cleared away. The drow leave. The door closes, and you can all have a long rest.
Long rest.
And I think that's a good place to end episode 8 of Do Dragons Dream of Scorched Sheep Campaign 2.
Ooh, not a cliffhanger. Love that.
Not a cliffhanger. This was a lore episode.
Just going to bed.
Yeah, you're going to bed. And in the morning, you'll be heading down further deep into the Underdark.
Cool.
Deep into the Underdark.
Yes. So thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoy this, please do hop onto the Patreon. Patreon.com/modernescapism. The only place to get Biggie's feet pictures. He keeps posting them. Don't know why.
They're all over our Google Drive.
Yeah.
Trying to get them to actually pay for Patreon. Don't put them off.
Sometimes they cut their nails.
He's got nice feet. I've been in an hot tub with him. They're lovely little.
No, you don't actually get
little
Biggie's
trotters.
feet pictures, but what you will get is the artwork I did of this city today.
It's very good
good.
as well, I will say.
Yes.
Pretty.
Yeah. Lots of filters on it. Lots of filters. Yes, you if you're a patron, you'll get the artwork of Xal'rathis. You will get this ad-free. You will also get the podcast within a podcast. That is the Dungeon Master's Diary Room that Oodles hosts at the end of each episode.
It's great. Probably best bit.
Very best bit, yeah. You get a little bit extra of your lore because they get to ask me questions and I get to answer them. But yes, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. So if you're watching on YouTube or you're listening on the podcast, please do leave thumbs up, rate us, follow us, come join the Discord. Tell a friend about the Patreon. If you're on the Patreon, tell a friend about the Patreon. It only takes one more patron. It takes one more patron for Oodles.
Then we've hit 1 million a month.
Yeah, and then Oodles can pay off that debt that debt, and he won't get his legs broken.
Yeah, them loan sharks, man.
For now, though, thank you for watching, and from all of us here, good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.